Hi everyone, this is Dave, and in today's video I'm going to be giving you my review of this, my Fitbit Blaze. So here we go, this is my Fitbit Blaze. Now I've used Fitbit products for many years now. I'm a big fan of how they work and also how they interact with the app on my iPhone. And this particular one I've got on a different bracelet. It came supplied with this blue rubber silicone strap, and this is very comfortable, super comfortable. It's quite difficult to keep clean in comparison to their other sort of rubber bands. This is very difficult to wash and keep looking nice and clean. But anyway, it's very comfortable, but I just decided to dress this up a little bit. This is a Cotop Milanese loop, and I'll leave a link to this in the video description. But this video is all about the Fitbit Blaze. Now I was a little bit worried when I ordered this because I wear a traditional wristwatch on my other wrist, and I didn't want something too big. I like smaller fitness trackers, but I wanted to give it a try because it's got a nice large display and it just sort of captured my attention. I think it looks very nice as well. I really do like the design. Now it'd be a little bit easier actually if I take this off of my wrist to show you. So let's just take this off. So basically we've got a cage, like a metal cage that this screen lives in. And the reason I say that it lives in it is because you can remove this like so. And you do have to remove this to actually charge it. And I wish they'd just given us some sort of magnetic charging cable to go on here, and I could have left it attached all the time, but I have to actually remove it from that cage and then pop it into this, which is the charger. And you push the button here, open this up, put this in, close it, and it starts charging. So it's not too much of a hassle, but I just don't like the idea that over the years I'm going to have to take this in and out of this cage many times, and I don't know how long these sort of side buttons are going to last doing that. But it's very easy to do. We can just pop it back in. You just have to make sure you align the buttons properly and it just clips back into place. So super easy to actually relocate and get things up and running again. Now let's take a closer look at this. So we've got the main display here. It is touch sensitive, it displays the time and date, and we can go across to the next screen, which is today. And then if we tap on that, it shows us our steps so far today, our heart rate, and also our resting heart rate. Obviously it's not reading at the moment because it's not on my wrist. And then we can scroll down, it gives us miles, calories, floors climbed, and that's pretty much it. And then we can swipe, we can swipe left and right, but it doesn't do anything. That's a little bit annoying. I wish you could sort of swipe back to get backwards, but you have to actually push the button. So you push the button, it goes back to the today screen, and then we can swipe back to the time. And on this top level, we can swipe left and right nice and easily. So we swipe once again. So this is today, which I've just showed you. Then we've got exercise, which we'd go into if we were going to do an exercise. Then we've got Fit Star. This is really nice. If we tap on this, it will actually give you an option of doing a workout. So we can do a warm up, a 7-minute workout, or a 10-minute abs. So it's quite limited in what it offers. But if you tap it again, it will actually start the workout. So we tap play, and it's going to give us an illustration of what we should be doing for the exercise. And then it will actually start the exercise. So now we've got the 1 minute of doing cat and cows. And then we can pause it. If we need to pause, we can skip this exercise or we can start it again. Let's skip. And it'll go on to the next one. So now we've got reverse shoulder rolls. And again, it's given us a demonstration. If we've seen enough, we can tap the play button and continue with the warm up. And again, this counts down. When it counts down to 0, it automatically goes on to the next stage of the workout. So we can push skip to look at the next one. And now we've got inchworms, and it gives us this visual demonstration again, and so on and so on. And we can pause it and actually end it early, just for the sake of this particular video. So tap end again, and we can either tap done, and then that's it. So once you complete something, it records this, and then it'll synchronize that across to the application. As well as FitStar, we've also got a timer, we've got alarms, and that's it. Settings on the end. So settings is things like brightness, etc. So it's a fully featured sort of fitness tracker, and it's also got smartwatch functionality as well. It does give you notifications, and it just works very well indeed. We've also got buttons here as well, and these come into play perhaps if you're using the timer. We can go into stopwatch, and we can tap this to start, tap that again to stop, and then tap this one to reset. So these come into play on certain screens. And then we can go all the way back to the home screen by pushing this button rather than continually swiping. So that's how the actual sort of Fitbit Blaze smartwatch works. Now let's go into the actual app. So let me find my Fitbit app, which is in here. Now I haven't synchronized this for a while, so we just let it synchronize. Whilst it does synchronize, I'll just guide you through some of the things that it actually records. So we've got steps at the top, we've got resting heart rate, we've got calories burned, we've got miles, we've got track exercise, so you can actually sort of start tracking an exercise from the app. We've got a how did you sleep, so this will give you your sleep pattern. We've also got some weight tracking as well. Now the Fitbit Blaze doesn't do that, but if you've got a Fitbit Araya, their fitness scale, then it will actually show your weight tracking here. Calories left, eaten, and glasses of water consumed you put in manually in the application. Active minutes is sort of how long you've done an activity. If you've done something for, I think it's over 10 or 15 minutes continuously, so even if you go for a walk, it will actually track that automatically and it'll give you your active minutes here. And are you moving each hour? This is a new thing actually, so it will actually remind you to get up every hour and do 250 steps, because it's obviously good to do that throughout the day. So you can see here now it's synchronized, so the data I showed you on the watch is now available in the app. If I go back to yesterday, you'll see that yesterday I did 8,421 steps, gives you the miles, gives you my sleep, gives you also my active minutes, and also tells you that I was sort of up and about for 7 of 9 hours. I achieved that sort of regular movement. If you tap on any of these, it gives you more statistics about your movement throughout the day. So it gives each one of these, it does the same. So even on the sleep pattern, you can go further in and you can drill down to get more details. So it's really very, very good indeed. Also, if we tap on Blaze here as well, it tells you if you're wearing it on the dominant, non-dominant arm, your activity goals, etc., the battery status, lots and lots of details about your actual device. So it's really very, very good indeed. It's one of my favourite apps, in fact, on all of the fitness trackers that I've actually tested. Now, battery life. I've been getting asked this a lot on Twitter. A lot of you have been asking, how's the battery life on this? Is it really 5 days? Yep, I've been getting between 4 and 6 days between charges. And what I normally do is if I'm going to sit down for an evening meal or sit down to watch a film, maybe at the weekend, I take this out of the cage, pop it into charge, and then by the time I've finished eating or by the time I've finished watching the film, it's ready to go again for another 5 days. So that's what I normally do. I normally keep this on all night as well to track the sleep activity. And I think this is just a great motivator. It really is. I absolutely love the fact that this is going to sort of encourage me to get up every hour, encourage me to go out for a walk each day. I've used the FitStar feature on occasion as well, and I just think it's a really great little fitness and activity tracker. Love the fact that it's got the time, and it also gives me some notifications as well, although I do keep most of those turned off. It also automatically wakes the display when you put it at a certain angle, so that conserves battery life. It's super comfortable to wear, and I think they've done a fantastic job on this. This is the Fitbit Blaze. Check out the links in the video description. Let me know if you enjoyed this video as well in the comment section, and I'll see you again soon in another video on the Geekanoids channel.